crown a champion. I got tons of soul on my true collective ball. Famous, also famous, number one desirable.
Next time you're on YouTube, be sure to check out the YouTuber by the name of Blue Wings. Blue Wings has been on YouTube for a while now, and all her videos are all about having fun, smiling, laughing, and helping others. So be sure to check out Blue Wings on YouTube next time you are surfing the net. This is John from The Lounge, and I'd like to remind those of you that might still be in school, if you are going through the situation of being bullied, that you don't have to be bullied. That it's not right, and you can do something about it. And if you're not sure what to do or who to go to your principal. Speak to one of your best friends. Talk to your parents or a family member. But it is time for you to stand up for yourself, because you do not deserve that, and today is when you can make a difference. I don't judge people. I just give my fair opinion. Come on in, Lounge with John. The Lounge is where we talk about everything and anything. Leave out all the drama and all the trouble. Lounge with John. We welcome everybody in the lounge. So come on in, Lounge with John. Come on in, Lounge with John. Everybody's welcome here. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Welcome back to Lounge with John. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Lounge with John. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Lounge. Glad to be here once again, as always, with all you wonderful, wonderful people out there. And I want to do a little bit of a shout out to some people right here. Number one, Amber. Giving a shout out to Amber, one of our wonderful, wonderful supporters. So Amber, thank you. Number two, Mom. Mom, you know who you are. You're a great supporter and a great friend, and I appreciate you very much. Another shout out to Brandy. Another great supporter, someone who always shows their face in the lounge, is always leaving comments, and so on. And then, of course, a shout out to some of our mods. Elmo. Elmo, thank you for being a great mod. Mom. Justice. Just to sum it up, all of you mods are wonderful, and I appreciate you. Last but not least, the manager for Lounging with John and everything else that we have going on. Someone who works hard night and day on our website, on the channel, and that's Blue Wings. Blue Wings, thank you for what you do and for who you are. I appreciate you 100%. So thank you. Well, I hope everybody is having a good night so far on this humid night. Well, depending on where you're at. But if you're anywhere around where I am, you're going to say, yeah, it's damn humid. Amber, you know what I'm talking about. Some of you that are, also in Kentucky and so on. That's the bad thing about living in these areas is you get the heat and you get the humidity. You get both of them. It's like a special combo from Mickey D's. You get a combo and you get a large at the same time. But tonight I just thought I'd talk about something a little different. I've kind of stepped away from doing as many as what I usually do, and it's usually me doing podcasts in support to someone going through something in their life, or, someone trying to be a better person in their life, or trying to figure out how they can get through a hard time. And I think that's what it's about. Everybody is always, somebody is always going through something. And I first want to, before I get into this, I want to make myself clear about something. I do not judge anybody that has ever been on drugs. I do not judge you, and I do not look down on you. If anything, I'm here to try to help push you forward, to try to show you that it is rough, but that you're going to get through it. And then, of course, show you and speak to you about different things on how you can kind of get through them rough times. I know that some of you out there that have quit, that you have them days where, you feel like life's just not worth what it is now, and you was better off the other way. And that's so not true. And you got to remember, you got to think about where you was when you was doing that, and where you are or where you're headed. And then you tell me which one's better. There are many, many, many support groups out there. And if you're having one of them rough days, there's nothing wrong with picking up the phone and calling one of them support numbers and just having someone to talk to. You'd be amazed with how much that'll help you. So below what I have done, if you look in the description, I put together some support numbers, some toll-free numbers, and I've also got a link down there that you can go and get more information. And listen, there are, even if you're in an area where you don't think there's a support group, you need to do your research, because you'd be surprised. Because sometimes you do a little research and you find out, oh, well, heck, there's a place, 2 blocks away that does this or does that. So just because you're not hearing about it or you've not seen a place doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So if you need someone to talk to, and if you need more than just someone here at the lounge to speak with, then call one of them numbers or something if you're having a rough day. I can't sit there and tell you that I know what it's like to use and then, get away from it and go through the withdrawals and all that, because I don't know what that's like. I don't. But I know what it's like with other similar things that, let me tell you a story. When I was, and this was many years ago, I had been in a car wreck. And after that car wreck, from there on out, I was having, problem with my back and my shoulder and my knee. And, I really couldn't take it. Like, I was in, I was always hurting. I was tired of it. Or at least, I thought I was. And so I went to a doctor, and this doctor said, well, heck, you should have come to me before. We'll give you some medicine and help you get through this. So, I went through this therapy, and that didn't work. And then the doctor prescribed to me pain medicine, 120 of them a month. And on top of that, I was going through some other stuff with, being stressed and all that. So he had me on 2 different pills. He had me on a nerve pill and had me on a pain pill. And therefore, the first few months, I didn't realize what it was doing to me. I thought, this is helping me. This is what I needed. But then, it got the best of me. I just started taking it and taking it and taking it, and not even thinking anything about what I was doing and what it was doing to me. And so finally, about a year later, it hit me, and I knew that I had to give this up. I seen how much I was going through. I mean, I was going through some things like candy, and it was rough. It was rough, you guys, because I cold turkey gave it up, and everybody can't do it that way. And sometimes, depending on the seriousness of it, sometimes you got to have help, and that's okay. I think that's where I got lucky, where I was able to quit on my own. But let me tell you something. The withdrawals was no different than anybody else having a withdrawal from something else. For them first few weeks, I really felt like I was dying. I thought it was the end of the world for me. I had the shakes. I'd get hot, I'd get cold. I was in the bathroom, back and forth, taking more than one shower in a day, sometimes up to 3 showers, even jumping in the bath. And I mean, I was doing everything, and it was miserable. But what I realized was, every time I got close to wanting to go back to the doctor, I would pick up the phone, I'd talk to my friend, and it helped me get through it. He would talk to me and help me think things through, and it helped. And it made a world of a difference. A world of a difference, y'all. So don't ever be ashamed if you've got to talk to somebody. If that's what you got to do, then do it. But just know you're not alone. You are not alone. And if there's ever anything we can do at the lounge to help you, by all means, we're going to do it. I've always been about helping others and offering motivation and inspiration and knowledge when I can. A mentorship, for say, and offer my experiences and the things that I've learned about and the things that I've researched and stories that I've been through. And so I welcome you to come to the lounge and join us, because any time that you feel like you are close to that limit, I want you to know you have a place to go. We're all here to help each other. We're all here to support each other, whether it's going through alcohol, maybe you're having a problem with that, or whatever it might be. We're here for you. I've always been about that. You go back and you look at 80% of my podcasts, and that's what they've been about. Helping others. Helping you cope with life. And going through the withdrawals and all that. That is a part of life that some people have to face. So I just want to remind people that we are here for you, no matter what. And whatever we can do to help, we're going to do it. I enjoy seeing other people smile. And I love the fact that someone can come in and depend on me or the supporters to help them. It makes me feel good to know that we're doing something good for somebody else. I think that life today, there's so much greed and selfishness. When I was in my last semester, I took a class for ethics. And I'll tell you what, you learn a lot. You learn a lot, and something that I find interesting when you think about it. Now, not all people, but some people. You ever think sometimes they do the favor and it's actually not to help you? It's actually to help them. Right? And some people do it because that's really what they want to do, and they're not doing it to benefit themselves. But there's so many things I learned about with that, about greed and selfishness and all that, and ethics. It's pretty crazy, some of the stuff you dive into. But it's something that we see all the time. All the time. You've got people out there that wouldn't ever even want to lift a finger to help somebody else, because it might put a dent in their own pocket, or it might put a dent on their own reputation. And I'll tell you what, that's the most ridiculous way to live. It's the most ridiculous way to be. Yeah, they might have a lot of money and they might have an outstanding reputation, but at the end of the day, they're not a good person for being that way. I like to think that everybody here at the lounge, we're not that way. We're here to help in any way we can. And hopefully that can maybe give, allow some people to maybe even think about who they are. If they are that way, that maybe they should change how they do things. I think there's always room for improvement. I'm a big believer on that. I think there's always room for improvement. Even me and you and whoever. But I think, being a part of the lounge, we can improve together. We can locate different weaknesses and strengthen them together. It's easier to do something as a group than to do it by yourself sometimes. It's like, you want to have you want to go out and have a house built for yourself, and you've got the option to do it yourself or have this group over here help you. And some people would rather do it themselves because of their pride. But other people would gladly say, you know what, that's great, thank you for helping me. That's what we do here at the lounge. We come in together and we help each other. So, anyways, I hope this helped you out. If for some reason that link doesn't show down below, you can find that information really easy on Google. But there are numbers down there that you can call if you just need someone to talk to. Maybe you're having one of those days where you don't want to be here no more, or you want to go back to drinking, or you want to go back to using. Just pick up the phone, call somebody, because talking helps. It really does. It really, really does. So I hope that this helps you guys in one way or another. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them below. The date that this podcast is being published, we're having some problem with the internet tonight, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get into the lounge or not. I'm hoping so, but if we're not there, that is why. All right? I love all you guys, and please, if you're not part of the lounge and you're looking for a place where you're going to be wanted and treated good, please know that this is the place. hit that subscribe button. And also know if you are a part of the lounge and you're having a hard time, a rough day, just know that we're here for you. Guys, I love you. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.